Hey gang, I'm back with another £25 haul, helping you to put on parties on a budget. This week I went to Tesco's and I've bagged myself some Gordon's Mediterranean orange gin. I've never tried it before, so I'm looking forward to opening the bottle and having a little play. Remember, the whole point of these videos is to help you put on parties and sort out some drinks for your friends on a budget. £25 to be precise. So each week I take £25 to a different supermarket, first find a bottle of booze that's on offer or something that's nice and cheap, and then go around the rest of the store and sort out some different ingredients to give you some cocktail inspiration for the weekend. Don't forget, I want to hear what supermarkets you've got near you and what spirit, what bottle of booze would you buy. Remember, you've only got £25 to spend in total, so you're looking for something less than sort of £15 probably. Cheaper the better, and then you can go around and get some other ingredients. So back to today's £25 haul. What did I buy? Let's go through it. As I just said, I've got my Gordon's, I think it's called Mediterranean. Yeah, Mediterranean orange gin. Never tried it before, so I'm looking forward to this. I've got some lemon iced tea. Bit crazy. I've got some pressed apple juice, or cider to you guys over the other side of the pond. I've got some Robinson's, what's it called? Pressed pear and elderflower cordial. Remember, that will be another kind of sugar syrup, like the bottle green stuff I've been using. I've got Tesco's own mango and mandarin lemonade. Again, never tried that, so that should be fun. I've actually got 2 nets of lemons there. I've got some fresh raspberries, and I've got some sugar syrup, some caster sugar, because obviously that's like 60p for a little bag. Bottles of sugar are going to be £3-4. So let's show you how to make sugar syrup. Really easy. Depending on the water you have as well, will determine how long it keeps for. Traditionally, where I am, Cambridge, it's a hard water area, so sugar syrup will keep for probably about a month in your fridge. But if you go back home, where I'm originally from, Cornwall, the water's nice and soft down there, so it'll keep for a lot longer. It's also better for shaving as well. Now, if I do make sugar syrup myself, and I don't normally, because I've normally got bottles of sugar syrup gone lying around, but if I do make sugar syrup myself, I always go for a 2-to-1 ratio. So really easy. You don't even need to do this on a hob or anything like this. So I'm just going to do, I've got a little, I was going to do this in one of my little Cornish blue mugs, but I forgot to bring one in. So I'm going to do, let's do 3 of those. Actually, let's do 4 of these. So I've got 4 50ml measures. And then I'm simply going to use, I've just got kettle water here, piping hot kettle water. I'm just going to simply do 2 double bubbles of kettle water. So 100ml that. So 200ml of sugar, 100ml of piping hot water, and just give it a cut. I found these there, look at these. I've just got a little stir here. And just after a couple of minutes of stirring, that will be nice and kind of nice and thick sugar syrup. Right, so there we go. Literally, after a couple of minutes of stirring, that is pretty much dissolved. It will dissolve as the video goes on. It will kind of dissolve even more. But I should have brought a little funnel in for this. So bear with me. I'm just going to pour that into that. And you know what? I just did that over my little wash station because I thought I was going to spill it. I didn't spill a single drop. So there we go. We've still got enough left there. We've got about 200ml of sugar syrup. That's going to be perfect for this video. By all means, the sugar syrup you need, just make enough for what you want, but just go for a 2-to-1 ratio. Right, let's crack on with the cocktails. I've got 4 to show you. The first of which, I'm going to show you how to make an orange and lemon iced tea. As easy as it sounds, this one. I'm going to use the orange gin, I'm going to use the lemon iced tea, and then I'll always use a bit of citrus and a bit of sugar just to really elevate the flavours of the base spirit. So a simple 4-ingredient cocktail. Now, I'm going to make this in a cocktail shaker. Feel free to make this straight in a glass. If you're going to do this in a jug, I would time, depending on the size of your jug to be honest, but I would times the ingredients by 4. But this is going to be a single cocktail. So I've got the orange gin. Right, let's have a little nose. It's gin forward. Little subtle hints of orange. This should be quite interesting. So I'm going to do a double bubble. And obviously something I don't explain as well. So the bottles in the UK, 70 cl. If you do double bubbles, they're going to make 14 cocktails. Okay, so you should get 14 cocktails out of the £25 haul. So I've got my gin, I've got my sugar syrup. As you can see there, literally like 2 or 3 minutes later, that's completely dissolved. So I'm going to do 15ml, so 1.5 ml of sugar syrup. That's nice and thick. I've got my other net of lemons down here, so I'm not going to open them for a time being. I'm going to do the juice of half a lemon. So we're just going to squeeze that in there. And then I'm simply going to get my lemon iced tea to come out to play. And you could even make this yourself, you know, sort of just a decent tea bag and some lemon and a tiny bit of sugar. I'm going to do 75ml for this. So I've got a 50ml double bubble and half of that, so 25, so 75ml. Now I've brought my ice scoop in today. We need to order one for the studio, don't we? So fill your cocktail shaker completely with ice, and then we're just going to do a hard, fast shake for 10 to 12 seconds. And then glass-wise, I'm going to use one of my favourites. I found it in the showroom, Endesa Hiball. I just think cocktails look really cool in them. So I'm going to add some fresh ice to the shaker, and then I'm going to single strain. There we go. Now I've just topped up with some more ice. Garnish-wise, you've got some raspberries there, some mint in the garden, some lemon. I've got the husk of, I don't know what they're called actually. I've always called them husks. The empty shell of the lemon. That's a bit whopper, but let's see what it tastes like. Wow, that is absolutely lovely. That really, really surprised me actually of how nice that is. The orange really does come through. I always say this, sugar and citrus really elevates flavours. So the sugar and the citrus, the lemon juice combined there. Yes, I'm getting the lemon iced tea, but the orange really does come through in the cocktail. That is really refreshing. Right then, for the second cocktail, I'm going to show you an orange cooler. This is a very loose riff on a Collins. Very, very simply, orange cooler, orange and raspberry cooler. I'm going to use some raspberries. I'm going to use the orange gin. I'm going to use the Pear and Elderflower Cordial as my sweetener. I'm going to use the juice of half a lemon. And this is where this mango and, what's it called? Mango and mandarin lemonade is going to come out to play. So then to start off with, let's open the raspberries. 4 or 5 raspberries, it's up to you. I'm just going for 4. In there. I don't know how many raspberries in there, but I reckon 4 raspberries per cocktail. You'll probably get about 6 or 7 cocktails out of a punnet of raspberries for a couple of quid. So that's not too bad. We've got the Pear and Elderflower Cordial. I've had this before a while ago, probably over a year ago, but I really do like this. Lovely with soda water or even Sprite or something like that. I'm going for 25ml. And as I say, remember, these cordials are just basically flavoured sugar syrups. Now I'm going to take my muddler and just gently press down on the raspberries, just kind of puree them. Remember, I used raspberry jam in the previous video, so this is kind of making your own raspberry jam, your own raspberry puree. So then the next ingredient is another half a lemon. That's the other half from the previous cocktail. So half a lemon, I keep saying that, half a lemon and squeezing that in. Then we're going for the gin, and as I said, we're going to do a double bubble of the orange gin. And the lemonade is fizzy, so we are obviously not going to shake the lemonade, so top your shaker up with plenty of ice, and then a good, fast power shake for 10 to 12 seconds. Right, and then the final ingredient is this lemonade, and I'm going to do something different here for you. Normally, what I pour the fizzy stuff straight into the mixer, but I've got little bits of raspberry in the other end of the shaker. So what I'm going to do to get all those little bits of raspberry out, if you don't like bits in your cocktails, don't worry about this bit, but I kind of do like the bits. So I'm going for 100ml, 2 double bubbles of the, I keep forgetting, mango and mandarin lemonade. And then just going to swill that very, very slightly, get all the raspberry bits out, and just going to pour that into my cocktail. And I pour the fizzy stuff into the shaker to save stirring the cocktail at the end. It's already mixed. And then glass-wise, I've got an Elderflower Hiball out of the showroom. As I say, if you don't like bits, fresh ice, strain it. I love bits in my drinks. So I'm going to do a good old dirty dump, shake and dump. Add another ice cube if you want to. Again, garnish-wise, you could go raspberries, a sprig of mint out of your garden. We've also got that as well. It'll get a bit boring. We've got the lemon husks, lemon shells. What does this taste like? Again, that is stunning. That gin, I really do like that gin, actually. The orange is very, very vibrant. Obviously, we've got more orange from the soda in there, or the lemonade, the kind of mandarin notes coming through there, but the mango. But the pear and elderflower doesn't get lost either. That's really good. This is a proper summer sipper. Right, for the third cocktail, I've called this a summer martini. Very, very easy. Again, we're going to use some raspberries. We're going to use the orange gin, obviously. We're going to use lemon and sugar combo for this one. And then I'm going for the pressed apple juice. As before, 4 or 5 raspberries in the base of your shaker. Then going to do my sugar syrup, and I'm going to do 15 ml, half an ounce of sugar syrup. I'm going to take my muddler and gently press all the raspberries down to get a raspberry puree. Right, we've got a nice kind of raspberry jam consistency on there. Next ingredient I'm going to go for, running joke, we're going for 11:30. If you're watching this on Facebook, you have to watch the previous video. But I always say 11:30 when I mean 11:30. Don't know why. Anyway, we're going for the juice of half a lemon. Squeeze all that in there. Then I'm going for my gin. So I'm going to do a 50 ml double bubble of the gin. I'm getting quite to like this gin actually, it's quite nice. And then to finish the cocktail off, we've got some pressed apple juice. And I really do like the Tesco's, the 100% pressed apples, the juices that they do. They're really, really good. Quite cheap, just over £1, I think they are. And what this is, I think it says it on here somewhere, it's just like 6 apples. I forget how many it is, but it's just like 6 or something, a bit more than that probably. But 100% pressed apple juice, and I'm going for a 50 ml double bubble. Right then, completely fill your cocktail shaker with plenty of ice. And then it's that time, the hard, fast shake, 10 to 12 seconds. Right, and this is gonna get served up in a coupe glass, Speak Easy. I know what that is, because I've got them at home. I'm actually gonna double strain this to get rid of all the tiny little bits of raspberry. So very sort of slowly double strain. And it is quite funny road testing some of these posh Hawthorn strains because you see, they look really good. But then, you know, if you over tip it, I don't know whether we'll get it now, but if you over tip it, it comes out the other little holes and it'll just go flying all over your bar top. So some of the posh expensive ones, you know, they look good, they do the job, but you've got to be careful of spillages. Right, that's just killed some time. Look at that, beautifully double strained there. What does it taste like? That's just gone on the floor. Wow, that is stunning again. Zesty, vibrant. Orange comes through first and foremost. You only get a subtle hint of the apple, but apple and raspberry is a great combo anyway. But it's the orange notes. I really think that's like real orange forward with a subtle hint of raspberry at the end. That is delicious. Right, and for the fourth and final cocktail, I'm going to show you the token fun and fruity one for the series. This is, I've just called it a Mediterranean punch. Really, really simple. I'm going to use the Mediterranean orange gin. I'm going to use the pear and elderflower. I'm going to use all 3 of those. So the lemon iced tea, the apple juice, and the mango and mandarin mixer. And then we're just going to tie that together with half a lemon. So as it's right here, ready to go, ingredient number 1 is squeeze the other half of the lemon into the shaker. We're then going to go for the gin, so we're going to do a double bubble of the Mediterranean gin. And this one would be perfect for a punch bowl or a jug. Then go for 25 ml of the pear and elderflower cordial. So 25 ml, 1 shot of that. Lovely. Now I'm going to do 50 mils of the 3 mixers. This will be kind of a lower ABV one. If you kind of want it higher ABV, then just dial down or add a bit more gin, but dial down the mixer or whatever. But we're going 50 ml of the lemon. We're going 50 ml double bubble of the pressed apple juice. We obviously don't shake the fizzy mixer, so we're going to do plenty of ice. Pop your tin on and good hard fast shake, 10-12 seconds. When that's all ready, then we're just going to top it up with our last mixer. 50 ml of the mango and mandarin lemonade. Now, as I called this a punch, I've got a funny glass out of the, I don't even know, there's no name on that. I forgot to get what it is, but it's a like a tiki glass. I'll link to it in the show description. But I've got funny, I do know it's 16 ounce. So I'm actually going to, the strainer over there washing up, I'm going to actually single strain this because I've got some crushed ice. Ready? See what I mean? Did you see that? So single strain there, and then I'm going to top this up with crushed ice. Make it look tiki. And there we go, garnish it, top it off. Pineapple sprig, or pineapple leaves, mint sprigs, lemon. I've still got these left over, whatever you fancy, but this would be a perfect one for a punch bowl. That is really good. Again, the orange really does punch through. I was expecting to lose that a little bit with all those mixes, but that really does punch through. Again, it's the sugar, it's the sweetness and the citrus that kind of just elevates the flavours. But we do get the lemon iced tea coming through. We do get a little hint of the sort of fizz coming off that. The apple, the orange, that's just delicious summer sipper. So there we go. I'm really impressed with these 4 cocktails. Let me know in the comments below which one takes your fancy the most. Have you tried Gordon's Mediterranean Orange Gin? Again, let me know in the comments below. What other combinations of cocktails would you come up with with those ingredients? Again, let me know in the comments below. If you want another £25 haul video, there's one right there for you.